In today's world, things move fast. We're surrounded by technology, science, finance, and ideas that can feel overwhelming. But the people who succeed are often the ones who know how to break complex stuff down and make sense of it. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone who loves to learn, this skill will help you learn faster, think smarter, and solve problems better. So let's dive into how you can do it. The first thing you want to do is zoom out and look at the big picture. Before you get lost in the tiny details, ask yourself, what is this really about? Try to understand the purpose or function of the concept as a whole. Let's say you're trying to understand how the human brain works. Don't start with neurons and chemicals. Start with this. The brain is the body's command center. It controls everything from thinking to breathing. That's your starting point. Once you understand the what and the why, it's way easier to explore the how. Step number 2, break it into smaller parts. Now that you've got the big idea, cut it into chunks. Complex things are just a collection of simpler parts connected together. Think of it like a puzzle. It's only overwhelming until you break it into pieces and start with the corners. For example, if you're learning about how a computer works, break it down into key areas: the processor, memory, input or output, and software. Now you've got a manageable structure instead of a giant blob of confusion. Step number 3, use simple language and analogies. This is a powerful trick. If something sounds too technical, compare it to something you already understand. Like this, if someone tells you RAM is volatile memory, that might not help. But if I say, RAM is like your short-term memory, it holds things you're working on right now, that clicks, right? The moment you relate new knowledge to familiar ideas, your brain says, oh, I get it now. So next time you're stuck, turn that tough idea into a simple story or metaphor. Step number 4, teach it like you're explaining to a 10-year-old. Now here's the secret sauce. Try explaining it to someone else, especially like they're 10 years old. This is called the Feynman technique, and it works because it forces you to simplify what you know. If you can't explain it simply, you probably don't understand it well enough yet. Grab a notebook or even talk to yourself and say, okay, this is what this concept means in my own words. You'll quickly find the gaps in your understanding, and that's where the learning really happens. Step number 5, practice plus patience. Here's the part no one likes to hear, but it's true. You need repetition and patience. Complex things take time, but every time you revisit the topic, your brain builds new connections, and it starts to make more sense. Think of it like learning a song on guitar. The first time, your fingers feel awkward, but after a few days of slow practice, it starts to flow. So be kind to yourself. Don't try to learn everything in one sitting. Space it out and let your brain do its thing. Bonus tip, use visual learning. Diagrams, charts, videos, animations, whatever helps you see the concept. Our brains are wired to process visuals faster than text. So if something doesn't make sense in words, try finding a visual explanation. You'll be amazed how fast things click. So let's recap real quick. Zoom out and understand the big picture. Break it down into smaller parts. Use simple language and analogies. Teach it like you're explaining to a kid. Be patient and practice over time. Learning isn't about being a genius. It's about using the right strategies. And the more you use these, the smarter and more confident you'll feel every time you face something complex. Now I want to hear from you. What's something that seemed impossible to understand at first, but eventually clicked? Drop it in the comments below. And if you're still stuck on something, let me know and I'll try to break it down in a future video. If this video helped you, give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more simple tips to help you learn smarter every day.